right, welcome to the show. I'm Eric, and this is True Criminals, a podcast where we talk to regular people about the crimes they have committed. So, next week, we're going to have a couple interviews. We have a guest coming up, Astra the Dragon from the DFW area. She's going to talk to us about some art theft crimes, and that's going to be leading into what the next series is about. This week, we are going to have a mini episode, so same general theme. I sat down with the guys from the NuDis Colony, Brent and Ross. It's a new metal discussion podcast. I guess that's where they get NuDis from. New metal discussion. And so, I mean, I got Kieth here with me now. Kieth.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You a new metal fan?
No.
You were not a new metal fan at all.
Was I a new metal fan at one point in my life? Probably yes.
You didn't like Korn?
I actually, to this day, don't like Korn. I didn't like Korn when they came out. As embarrassing as it is, I would probably say, of all those bands, I, by choice, would listen to Limp Bizkit more than any of the other ones. But no, I've never liked Korn.
I have seen Korn 4 times in concert. I've seen Limp Bizkit. I've seen a lot of new metal in concert.
Oh, I saw a lot of new metal in concert back in the day because it was unavoidable for so long.
Well, I mean, I paid to see Korn. I saw Korn for $16. That's how long ago I saw Korn. Who's the real criminal? But yeah, so I did sit down with Brent and Ross. They were on last week's episode. They just jumped in there at the end for Brent to tell us a story about weed. If you want to hear that, go back and listen to last week's episode. But while we were all sitting down and talking, we played a little game I made up that was loosely based around art theft. It's kind of about parodies. And so we're going to do a mini episode. I'm going to play that segment. And then Keith's going to tell us a story about, what's this about?
Just the history of music sampling and lawsuits and how ridiculous it is.
Okay, so let's roll that segment now. Games. Okay, I mean, if you guys want to talk anymore, we can. But yeah, I think that covers the episode. I do have a mini game I was going to throw in there though. Okay, this is for the three of you. Okay, so I'm going to start reading the lyrics to a parody song, which is sort of a theft in a way. Okay, you're going to buzz in, you just make an animal noise. Okay. And we'll see who gets the parody first. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Wait, so what are we guessing the song it's based on?
Yeah. Okay. Just tell me everything you can about it, for one. But... Okay. All right. Okay.
Now, are these parody songs? Did you write these parodies?
I did not write these.
Okay.
No.
All right.
You may have heard these before. You probably have. Okay. They see me mowing
Weird Al.
front lawn. They're all Weird Al.
Okay.
And he did do an animal noise. White and Nerdy by Weird Al.
Okay, do you know what song is parodying?
Right and Dirty.
Yeah. It's Right and Dirty. Okay, you ready for round 2?
Wait. Hold up. The song is called Rollin', parentheses, Right and Dirty.
Is it really?
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, you didn't
We're
buzz
both
in,
right.
so...
Feel free to suck my ass. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, round 2. I finally made it through med school. Somehow I made it through...
Yeah, I forgot. I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Ross.
Madonna like a virgin, but Weird Al like a surgeon.
Okay. Yep. All right. Okay. Brent, you getting on your phone? Are you looking up Weird Al parodies?
I felt like I need to correct myself. So the Chameleonaire song is actually called Ridin', not Rollin'. So I retract my previous statement. I do still want a point for it, though.
You're keeping score, so...
Okay, I'm up 70.
All right, round 3. Okay. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far away. Okay. Ross again.
I can't think of what that song's called.
Oh God, it's the.
Okay.
I know it. I can't think of the name of the song.
Anybody
It's parody.
It's American.
Okay.
It's a parody. Yeah, American Pie by Don McLean.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's the
But I can't
Weird
think
Al.
of what the Weird Al song
episode
is.
one. It's the episode.
The Saga Begins.
The Saga
Oh,
Begins.
okay.
That's what I couldn't think of.
Okay. Well, primarily I was looking for who the original artist and song, but okay.
Well, you weren't very clear.
I wasn't very clear. I know. When I've tried to come up with games to play here recently as part of this new format I'm trying to work on, I have not really thought them out very well.
What are the rules? I don't know. We'll figure it out in the edit. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain.
There's a screaming go.
Okay, Brent.
That's Amish Paradise by Weird Al Yankovic.
That's correct.
Original artist?
Oh, Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah, there we go. I tried to look up other, I was like, what are some more famous parodies that are not Weird Al? And you can't find them. I just find a lot of people here's a parody I wrote to fucking, whatever. Oh, I guess I could have did Geek and Gamer Girls. That one lady did that.
Sitting on this cock 'cause I'm gay.
Did you write that one?
No.
All right. Yeah, no, that's all I got.
All right, Brent, what was the final score?
I won. Wow, it's funny how that works out. That's good.
Yeah, round 4 was for all the points and nothing else mattered.
That's true. Yeah.
Games. All right, and we're back. Okay, so yeah, it's just a fun little game about parodies. Weird Al, all Weird Al, because Weird Al's the only person who does parodies that's famous.
And unlike nu metal, I probably listen to more Weird Al in my life than nu metal.
Really,
the dude's kind of a genius. I mean, if you think about it.
So, are there any old parody songs that not old parody songs, but everybody's heard like "Living on Bread"? Wow. Whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I mean, who hasn't, especially people in our generation, sat in their room and think they're going to write the greatest parody song of all time? I mean, it happens.
It happens. There's this one time, and I was riding around with Rachel, my wife Rachel, and I don't remember the name of the band. It's a band came out in the early 2000s. Anyway, their song is
Hoobastank.
No, it's not Hoobastank. It's more like a Godsmack sounding band. But anyways, God, the song goes, "I'm sorry for the way God damn, I shouldn't even tell this story because I don't even know it now."
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, but I changed the lyrics to be "I'm sorry for the way I age. The song's called Cold. Never meant to grow so cold. But I said, never meant to grow so old." I did this on the fly while driving. Cracked everybody in the car up. I thought I was brilliant.
You should have recorded it.
I should have. This was 2000s. I didn't have any recording equipment back then.
Well, I think it's just human nature because, my children are, 6 and 8. Are they? 6 and 9? Whatever they're. Thinking on the fly here. But of course, they're little. They change every song into a song about poop. I think it's just human nature.
No, I was trying to remember something that me and my brothers and sisters used to sing running around the house. But yeah, parodies, fun times. For the next couple of weeks, the episode is going to be about art theft. We're going to go deep into is fan art theft. Is sampling art theft. We talk a little about Napster and LimeWire and all of those things. Now, as far as sampling goes and DJs and how they what they do, you wrote a paper on this?
Yeah, in college, for lack of a better term, it was almost a dissertation about fair use in music sampling, which has a long, long history.
Was it all about Paul's Boutique?
That was the framing of it, was Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys, 1989 album. If you haven't heard it, pause this and go listen to it. So essentially, Paul's Boutique is completely made up of samples. There's no original music on it. It was produced by the Dust Brothers, performed by the Beastie Boys. I don't know, I can't remember the exact number of samples that are on it, but since it came out until 2013, they faced lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit.
I
saw
saw that.
Finally dismissed, what is that,
it was
20 years later?
Yeah, it wasn't dismissed until like 5 years ago.
Right.
I think it was dismissed the day after
Adam Yauch died,
Yeah, Ad Rock died, so.
Yeah, so, and, I wrote this paper in 2005, so, it still had 7 more years to go after the fact. But, if you look at it, the oldest, popular music-wise, one of the first lawsuits regarding art theft was Chuck Berry sued the Beatles over the song Come Together, because the first line, which was "Here Comes Old Flat Top," and then the beat was kind of the same, he sued them over that. And at the time, a judge dismissed it. No, I'm sorry, that settled out of court. And it goes back to, in my opinion, is if you are using an existing piece of art and make it transformative to where it doesn't hold the same context as the original piece, I don't personally see that as art theft.
So we go a lot into this on these next few episodes, and so I don't think we come to an answer, but we definitely do a deep dive on it. So make sure you keep tuned for next week and the weeks after. But art, it's so hard to talk about like what art is. It's hard to talk about what theft is.
Exactly.
We can you really own anything?
No, we live in a world.
Yeah, you're born with nothing. You own nothing.
Yeah. Ownership is a myth.
Yeah, and then morals are the secret code that we invented for. I get it. We all need to not murder each other, but in reality, it's all nonsense.
I don't know what the legal fees would be for murder, but when a musician or an artist repurposes something for their own use, a lot of these lawsuits settle for in the tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah. I hear about some of them, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! I'm trying to make a movie over here. Give me some of that shit.
Right? Exactly. And that's one of the things. Speaking of the movie, without giving too much away, even the title itself could be looked at as theft.
Yeah. So,
but does it fall under parody or fair use, or is it its own new thing? But because it happens to rhyme with an existing product,
exactly.
Movie itself has no theft, but based on the title alone, by a major manufacturer, we could end up in court.
Yeah. So I wrote the idea of and started to write a comic book about 10 years ago. It was called The Return to Care-a-Lot, and it was about Care Bears. But it was a reimagining of the Care Bear universe where they were like real bears. They were like giant, various sized bears. It was real like post-apocalyptic and fantasy. And I had such a vision for this story that it's brilliant. Honestly, I'll tell you now, it's brilliant. I drew some concept art for it. It's an amazing idea. I didn't finish it or keep moving forward, but the whole time I was coming up with it, I was daydreaming about like, Jesus Christ, even if I create something amazing, it'll never be published because how the hell am I going to get the rights to Care Bears or get the use of Care Bears?
And that's so to go along with that. In the past year, a comic book came out called Survival Street, which was essentially Sesame Street characters in these real fucked up situations where they're murderers and drug addicts and all this. And fair use and parody, decided that it was okay for that comic to come out, even though like the main character is obviously Grover.
Yeah, he's right there on the cover. It says Survival Street. So yeah, no, I mean, art and theft, they go hand in hand.
Well, I mean, if you think how many people, you hear it in movies, you hear pretentious people say it all the time, like everything's a piece of art. Well, if everything's art, then you can't do anything.
Yeah, and so this is all stuff that we do dive more and more into, and this series is something that we don't even complete by the episodes that we have recorded now. So definitely, if you're interested in this topic, stay tuned. Check out next week's episode and the weeks after, and we'll see if we can find an answer to that. So, anything else you want to say about Paul's Boutique?
It's the best hip hop album ever made. Screw the man, screw the government. Go listen to it. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, they settled or they closed it, so
right.
You can still get it. Download it illegally and enjoy yourself.
One final thing on this topic is all these cases have gone to court. I mean, recently you had Robin Thicke with Blurred Lines versus Marvin Gaye. You had Ed Sheeran versus Marvin Gaye. Evidently, Marvin Gaye's estate is very happy to sue people. But every judge has a different interpretation of whether it is fair use, parody, or an actual reappropriation. So one-on-one, your definition might be different than mine, and so there's no set rules, and that's what makes it such a gray area, which I will go into in the future podcasts about how there is no right or wrong answer.
We're gonna have to crack this nut open and see what's inside, because there's a lot, and we're just talking about music here.
Right?
Yeah, talking about art theft itself. There's a lot of art, and there's a lot of ways that people steal it, and so stay tuned, and we'll talk about it. All right. Well, until next time, I'm Eric.
And I'm Keith.
And this was True Criminals. True Criminals.
Feel free to suck my ass. Yes, please. Thank you.
Part of this new format I'm trying to work on. I have not really thought them out very well.
What are the rules? I don't know. We'll figure it out in the edit. It'll be fine.
Can you really own anything?
No, we live in a world.
Yeah, you're born with nothing. You own nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, and then morals are the secret code that we invented for. I mean, I get it. We all need to not murder each other, but in reality, it's all nonsense.